Hello, in this session we are going to learn about object-oriented programming concepts in Python. Yeah. OOPS concepts includes classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, abstract class, method overloading, method overriding, constructors, and finally operator overloading. Operator overloading, which is possible in C++, is also possible in Python. What is a class? A class is a fully implemented structure. An object is an abstract representation of class. In other words, an object is a blueprint of a class. So before going to the inheritance concept, I quickly open my Jupyter notebook. So the basic example of class and object. So in Python, a class is defined by a class keyword. I am defining my class. Here def function is used to define a function. Here self will map the instance to the class. That is, in Python, self is a keyword which is used to map the instance of the class. That is, it forms a bridge between the instance and the class. So while defining the class methods, I am passing the parameter self along with the value, and self.data equal to value. That is, self is to map the instances and self is either x or y. Here x or y is the instance of a class. So after the setData method, I define the display method to print the values, and this is object creation. Here x is one of the object for my class and y is another object for my class. So I am calling the setData method and set with one object and setData method with another object, and I am displaying the values. So this is the basic example of class and object in Python. So in order to define a class, we can use the class keyword and define the methods, and we create the objects and we call the methods. Like second program. So in the first one, we only set the values. We can also set and get the values. The same program I have taken here. Instead of that, I am providing the values of data and y.data using the class objects. That is, we can get and set a value using the class objects also. So in the first case, the value is passed to the function. In the second case, using the object of the class, I setted the value and I printed the value. So we can set and get the values in Python. So like in all other programming languages, set methods and get methods are also possible in Python. So coming to inheritance concept. So before going to inheritance, let me quick go to my slide. Yeah, in inheritance, we already know extending the features of parent class into the child class is called an inheritance. But classes allows us to make the changes by introducing a new concept which is called a subclasses. In Python, instances inherit from classes, and a classes inherit from superclasses. That is, here the first point is superclass are listed in parentheses. That is, to make a class inherit attributes from another class, just list the other class in parameters in the new class statements header line. And classes inherit the attributes from the superclass. That is, instances inherit the attribute names defined in their classes. The classes inherit all the attribute names defined in their superclasses. And each instance gets the names from the classes it generated from, and as well as the classes of superclasses. In other words, in order to perform the inheritance in Python, we have to define the superclass in parentheses like this. So here the parent class is the superclass and child class. So to get more native, I created the class with the name as parent class only and child class as child class. So this is the parent class and this is the child class. That is, here this is the superclass and this is the subclass. So the class which is going to be inherited is to be presented in parentheses. So I created the parent class with setData and display method, and I created the object parent object one for the parent class and get the value. I quickly run my program. Yeah. Now using the concept of inheritance, I created the child class by passing the parameters parent class, and I defined one method dis. So using the child class object, I called the child class method. I also called the parent class method. So this is the main use of inheritance, that is defining. So we can use the concepts, or we can use the concepts and methods and functions of the parent class into the child class along with the child class method. So using the child class object, I call the child class method, and using the child class object, I also call the parent class method. So this is an example of inheritance in Python. Now coming to method overriding, we already know method overriding is done between the two classes with the concept of inheritance only, that is defining the same method or function between the two classes with different definition. So here I am using two classes, parent class and child class, and I am applying the concept of inheritance. The third thing is I defined a method set data and I defined a method display. So here I define the method display, the same method name but with different parameters. So here I'm assigning the value and method overriding will be performed here. So we will check once. Yeah, the current value of the parent is 3.146 and the method overriding value from the child class is 438. So same method name but with different parameters between two classes satisfying the property of inheritance is an example of method overriding. So in this way we can achieve method overriding in Python. Now constructors. Going to the constructors, we can quickly move on to our slide. Yeah, so in Python we can perform operator overloading and the constructors also. The constructor will be defined with double underscore in Python. So a double underscore are special hooks in Python classes. We implement operator overloading by providing a specially named methods to intercept the operations. So such methods are called automatically whenever the instance appear in built-in operations. Also, a class may override most built-in type operations, and there are dozens of special operator overloading method names for intercepting and implementing nearly every operation available in built-in types. So yeah, no defaults for operator overloading methods. If a class does not define or inherit an operator overloading method, it just means that the corresponding operation is not supported for the class instances. That is, if there is no add method as a constructor and the plus operation is not performed. So we can understand with my example. Yeah, first I created using a constructor program. So I created a class name called person and I defined a constructor. In it is the constructor in Python. So self.name, I defined another method called hello. So I passed the value, I created the object as p and passed the value. Now whenever the object is created, defaultly the constructor will be activated, hence init method is activated. So we need not to call the init method in Python. Whenever the object is created for the class, the init method will be called. So operator overloading along with the constructor. So here I created one parent class and I defined two methods, set data and display. I created the object for the parent class and passed the value. And using the concept of inheritance, I created the child class and I created the display method, and using the child class object, I set the value. Now the third class inheriting the child class, default inheriting the parent class. So in the third class, I am defining the constructor. So I created the object for the child class. Whenever the object is created for the third class, default the init constructor will be activated. So a constructor will be created. So constructor double underscore remind that, please remind it in Python. And I created the add constructor method also, add method also for addition overloading, that is addition operator overloading, and defining an str method for to display the object name. I quickly run my program so that you can get. So I just here now I created the object for the third class and use the method display. Wait. So I will only print the third one. I'll just make it as comment. So the third class name is only artificial. Now I am adding intelligence string for that object using concatenation, that is addition operator overloading here. So the artificial and fourth object dot display, so that the current value of the class becomes artificial intelligence. So I also selecting the multiplication operator, so dot mul of 3, which represents the object printing 3 times. So the printing of the object will becomes 3 times. So artificial, artificial, artificial. So in this way we can achieve the addition operator overloading and multiplication operator overloading in Python. Now, coming to the polymorphism. A polymorphism is many forms. That is, a polymorphism can be performed in many ways in Python. That is, we can achieve it by using a function or by for loop, etc. So a child class inherits all the methods from the parent class is a definition of polymorphism. In polymorphism, a type method returns the class type of arguments passed as parameter. That is, to achieve the polymorphism in Python, we have to use the type method. So I created the first class and I created the method 1, method 2 and type method. So this is the first class second method. I also created the second class method 1 and method 2, that is same method name. So method overloading, it is also an example of method overloading. Now first class object and second class object, using the for loop I am calling the two methods disp dot method 1 and disp dot method 2 without knowing which class method it will execute at runtime. So it is an example of an polymorphism using a for loop. So the same can be achieved by defining a function or by using a function. So the same example here, I taken a function. So using the function, I am using the function object. I am calling that method 1 and method 2. So I just created the objects for the two classes and calling the function. The same can be repeated. First class and second class. So in this way, we can achieve the polymorphism in Python. Lastly, an abstract class. Actually, by default, there is no abstract class in Python, but Python comes with a module which provides the base for defining the abstract class, that is ABC. And that module is ABC, which works by decorating the methods of the base class as an abstract. So using the module, we can make the base class methods as abstract by registering the concrete classes as implementations. A method becomes abstract when decorated with a keyword as abstract method. For example, let us see from ABC import ABC comma abstract method. So whenever which line is this line is executed, the methods we can define the abstract methods. I created a polygon class. So instead an abstract method called number of slides. So I have many slides and class triangle implementing the polygon class and number of slides. That is, this is overriding abstract method. Here the abstract method is number of slides. So the number of slides will be present in all the classes. So by creating the object for each class and calling the method, we can get the output. So in this way, abstract classes achieved in Python. Thank you.